Welcome to the Sincerely Dee podcast, where we explore meaningful topics to help you navigate life's journey. I'm your host and friend in faith, Dee, and in today's episode, we're diving into the topic that resonates with all of us at some point: leaving the past behind and embracing the future. I will answer, why is it so hard to break free from the past? Why is it important to do so? And how can we practically move forward? We'll also explore a timeless perspective from the Bible on this matter. So, let's get started. We've all experienced moments when we feel stuck in our past, unable to move forward. But why is that? Well, there are some psychological reasons behind the struggle. Our brains are wired to hold on to experiences, both negative and positive. However, the negative experiences require us to think more. Therefore, we must process them more thoroughly, which is why we are better at remembering those experiences. This then leads us to ruminate on those past mistakes, missed opportunities, and painful memories. So, in other words, we play the negative experience over and over in our heads nonstop. And the more we play it in our minds, the more we hurt. And no matter how hard we try, we can't move forward. We as people, we also struggle to accept when someone has hurt us. And then when we get to a point where we can acknowledge it, it makes us feel embarrassed and foolish and sometimes weak. And of course, the fear of the unknown keeps us anchored to our past as well. Our past is what's familiar. Change is uncomfortable. And of course, the uncertainty of the future is scary. So we stay in that comfort zone. And then lastly, any unresolved emotions from our past can also continue to affect us, making it difficult to let go, especially when it's something that we regret. So, why is it important that we break free from the chain of our past? Well, living in the past can hinder our personal growth. It prevents us from seizing new opportunities. And by carrying the weight of the past regrets, we rob ourselves the chance of creating a brighter future. When we can let go of the past, that's just essential for our well being because that allows us to focus on the present and create a positive future. When we release those burdens, we make room for personal development, healthier relationships, and experiences. Now, we can't change how our brains work, unfortunately, but we can train it to detach the emotional attachments to the past so that we can acknowledge it, learn from it, and move on. Moving forward might seem daunting. I get it. But there are some practical steps that we can take to leave the past behind and embrace the future. And we can start with self reflection, taking the time to examine the past experience and emotions, acknowledge them without judgment, and then consider what lessons you've learned from it. And then, if that's something just too hard to do on your own, seek help. We want to reframe the relationship with our past. And that requires us to stop thinking about things that could or should have been and just accept it for what it is. No matter how much we wish things were different, we can't change that. So, if there's any good moments of that past, hold on to those memories rather than allowing the whole negative moments to overshadow the entire experience. Set goals. So define clear goals for your future. Having a vision of what you want to achieve can motivate you to leave the past behind. Practice forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Okay, give yourself grace. And of course, forgive those people in your past. Holding on to grudges doesn't help, it just helps you prolong that attachment. Remember, forgiveness is about you, it's not about anyone else. Cut toxic ties. So sever ties with people in your past, particularly toxic relationships that hold you back. Create boundaries or when necessary, just completely cut them off. Remember, everybody isn't qualified to move forward with you. And that's okay because that might just be for your best. Live mindfully. Practice mindfulness. So stay grounded and in the present moment. Techniques like meditation, deep breathing, that can help you reduce any anxiety around the future. Surround yourself with a positive network of people. So build that support system that can help uplift you and encourage you on your journey forward. Now, of course, I have to bring a biblical perspective to this because there are many concepts in the Bible that echoes the message of not looking back. So, for example, Philippians 3:13-14 says, "Brothers and sisters, I do not consider myself yet to have taken hold of it. But one thing I do know is forgetting what is behind and straining towards what's ahead. And I press on towards the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." And so this verse from Philippians reminds us to focus on the future and the purpose that lies ahead. Just as dwelling on the past can hinder us, embracing the future with faith can propel us forward to our goals. So that pretty much wraps up today. But before I wrap up, I want you to remember that leaving the past behind isn't about erasing it. It's about freeing ourselves from its grip. So, by taking those practical steps and aligning our perspective with just timeless wisdom, that can help us to truly embrace what's ahead. And I know you can do it because you are a masterpiece whom God fearfully and wonderfully made for a greater purpose. You are His best workmanship. When He placed that quality seal on your life, it signifies how worthy and valuable you are. So I want you to believe that and own that, and don't allow anyone to tell you anything different. Thank you for growing with me today. Until next time, keep looking forward. Sincerely, Dee Dee. Hey friend, thank you for growing with me today. Let's stay connected. So follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Sincerely Dee Dee. Subscribe to this podcast so that you can get first dibs on new episode drops. Also, subscribe to our Sincerely Dee Dee YouTube channel to actually watch this episode. If you want more, you can join my growth and development community to get access to free resources, upcoming events, products and service offerings, exclusive updates, and so much more. Just visit the homepage of my Sincerely Dee Dee's website at www.sincerelyddd.com and visit the section Grow Where Your Feet Are Planted. Until next time, go forth and do great things.